Hi everyone, this is Mari Craig, and you're listening to the Small Steps to Wellness show, a podcast where we discuss how we can achieve more wellness in our lives one small step at a time. For the past 6 odd years, I've taken a special interest in nutrition and I've changed the diet of my family on its head. But as I've dived deeper into the world of nutrition, I have learned that health is so much more than just what we put on our plate. This is why on this podcast we will be talking nutrition, mental health, being in alignment, holistic health care, self care, raising children, and more. We will also be hearing stories of women's journeys to overcome trauma and what it has taught them on the way. When we share our stories, we realize we are not alone and that things can change for the better. I'm so glad to have you with me on this journey as I explore what health and wellness truly encompass. If you like what you're hearing, please consider rating the show with a 5-star rating and sharing it with your friends. It really makes a big difference. Now, on with today's show.
Hello and welcome to a new season of the Small Steps to Wellness show. It's Mari here, and I'm sat in the kitchen in my house looking out. It's a beautiful sunny day. The kids are back at school, and there's a little bit of peace and quiet. September seems to be a bit of a month for cleanses and detoxes and resets and all of these things. And for me, it's no different. And I think September is a good way to kind of get back into good habits, because it's so easy to let it all slip over the summer, especially if the weather's good, have a cheap glass of wine and all of those things. And you might eat a bit more, I suppose, bread than you normally do, or indulge a bit more in everything. And I'm all for that in balance, especially if you know that you have the tools to kind of reset again and kind of start anew a little bit. September is a really good way, a really good time to be cleansing, shredding, detoxing, just letting go. Not just food-wise, but letting go of anything and everything that you feel no longer serves you. It doesn't have to be, exercising of food. It can be also focusing on saying no to things that don't resonate with you, or saying so that you can say yes to, I guess, more things that do resonate with you. Giving yourself permission to nap, giving yourself permission to go to bed early, all of these things. So I think September is a great time to do these things. What I'm just seeing so much of though now in social media, and it triggers me. I was just saying to her, it triggers me so much, and I don't know if it's because it's just everywhere, the accounts I follow, or if it triggers me because, I don't know, maybe there's some truth to it. But have you noticed that an insane amount of influencers are trying to tell us that everything we're doing is wrong? You shouldn't be eating this, you shouldn't be drinking that, you should be doing this, you shouldn't. And it gets to a point though where even if I know quite a lot about diet and nutrition, I get stressed out by it. And I'm thinking, if I get stressed out by it, how are you guys feeling, assuming some of you who listen know less about food and nutrition? How are you feeling? Do you get then sort of frustrated and think, oh, I don't even know where to begin, so I'm not going to begin because there's so much conflicting advice? Or do you get all, oh, I must do everything like this person tells me, otherwise there's no point? I just wonder, where down the line did we kind of forget to listen to ourselves? At what point did we lose our ability to listen to our guts, to listen to what our instincts are telling us, or even just to sleep on it before making a decision? When did we kind of stop trusting ourselves that we kind of know what's best? I was reading somewhere the other day that, oh, we shouldn't have dried fruits because they're so high in sugar. And also, and fair enough, some of them have had things added to them to make them more pretty looking. And I'm thinking, I love dried fruits. I understand why they're saying it, because you tend to eat more of the dried fruits than you eat of the normal fruits, so you get a lot more sugar as a result. But I just have a couple of nuts with it to balance it out. And I have maybe one dried apricot or one dried fig instead of 3 and 4. So I just wonder, why are we scaremongering? Why are we subscribing to all of this? And why do we think that how we feel on the inside, and if we listen to ourselves, well, we instinctively know to be true, why do we kind of override that with, yeah, but this person is telling me I must be, I don't know, not eating after 6, I must cut out gluten, I must do all of these things. Yes, all of these things might be making, doing wonders for so many people. It doesn't mean it's right for you. And also, the whole, it does my head in a little bit sometimes. There's a little bit of holier than thou, and I'm trying to get away from it myself, because I know that obviously nobody wants to see the cheese sandwich I've had on Instagram. They want to see, the goji berries or what have you. But since when is it not good enough to eat just normal food? And by normal, I do not mean fish fingers. I do not mean chicken nugget. That is not normal food. Even though that's become, I don't know, is it 50% of what we eat at the moment is ultra processed foods? That doesn't mean that it's normal, not be common. But since when is it bad to eat a wholemeal bread? Since when is it bad to eat potatoes? Since when is it bad to use bloody coconut oil in your cooking? Since when is it bad to have oat milk? Yes, I understand that it's all, how much you have, and the dose makes the poison and all that. But we are making an enemy out of normal foods that are really helpful for people. And I wonder if we are causing so much stress to people that, first of all, their cortisol levels are rising, which causes oxidative stress, which causes inflammation in the body. Not great. But I just also wonder whether we are discouraging people from having a go at changing their lifestyle, or if we are creating people that have such a neurotic relationship to food, which is also not healthy. And this all brings me back again to my sort of small steps to wellness sort of name, and how I started my own journey, because I did small steps. And yes, I have been there where I've been thinking, oh, I mustn't do this, I mustn't do that. But now I'm a bit like, well, sod that. This is what I need at the moment. I was pregnant not too long ago, and all I wanted to eat was bread and butter. Now, I made sure, obviously, knowing a few things, that the bread I had was either home baked or from a baker, preferably wholemeal sourdough, and I had salted organic butter. So, you kind of make those adjustments. And obviously, taking my whole food supplements and drinking plenty of water and eating lots of fruits and vegetables, I don't just eat bread and butter, but anyone will tell you that that's really bad for you. But if that is the thing that my body is craving, that what my body is telling me that I need, then how come that a lot of us will then go, but this influencer is telling me that that's really bad for me, so I shouldn't listen? So those are some of my thoughts as we enter September around diets and cleanses and living a healthier life. We mustn't forget that in the pursuit of sort of happiness and pursuit of a healthier life, that we also have to live in the middle of it all. Yeah, it's not this project that we're doing for 6 weeks and then we are stopping it. We have to live through the whole thing and enjoy the foods we're eating, enjoy how we're cooking, enjoy the meals we're making, enjoy all of these things. And so by sort of vilifying a lot of them, a lot of the foods, and by kind of scaring a lot of people, I think, frankly, I wonder if we're creating the opposite. I think there has to be a balance. I think surely, I mean, the whole oat milk thing now, oat milk is getting bad press at the moment. And yes, of course, you know, it's a lot of sugar, I suppose, at the end of the day. But it also depends on how much you have, right? Yes, maybe cashew nut milk is healthier. Certainly it's a lot tastier, but it's also a lot more expensive. So we've got to also see, where are people on their journey? What changes are they prepared to make? What changes can they actually make at this point in time? So many people I speak to, they barely have time to think in the morning when they get up. So telling them that you should make all these fancy meals and, you know, for goodness sakes, don't forget the lentils, it's a little bit too much, I think. So my 2 cents today is maybe we need to find a way of trusting ourselves again, trusting ourselves to go, okay, fine. So I did feed my children the chicken nuggets today, but you know what? They also had fruit and veg on the side. We don't have it every day. It is one of those things that at least then I know they're eating. I'm not promoting chicken nuggets. I think they're bloody disgusting. But hear me out. If we make everyone feel bad about every food choice they make, that's not health either. I'd love to have your opinion on this, and I'd love to have you on talking to me about this. If this resonates with you, then please get in touch, especially if you're a nutritional therapist or a nutritionist or anything like that. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Right, that is me for today, and I hope to speak to you very soon. Take care. You've been listening to the Small Steps to Wellness show with Mari Craig. I am passionate about helping mums get their energy back through simple nutritional changes, because we know that if mummy is happy, the family is happy. If you would like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram under @smallstepstowellness, or visit my website, smallstepstowellness.info. Speak to you soon.